Today we're going to be graphing lines in slope-intercept form. So let's talk about slope-intercept form of a linear equation. And it looks like this: y equals mx plus b. This is our formula for slope-intercept formula of a linear equation. So what do all these variables represent? So the y value, that's obviously your output. I'm going to go ahead and jump to the x value, which represents your input. So those are your input and output values as they are in everything that we've talked about thus far. But something new are your m and your b values. Now you might recall from the slope lesson, that m variable does represent your slope. It's that number that's right in front of the x. It's the coefficient of the x. So slope, we also call this the rate of change. So if you're ever asked what's the slope of the line, and you're given an equation, or what is the rate of change, that means what is the slope. Now your b value, that might be something new for you if you've never seen this formula before, but that is the y-intercept. The y-intercept, and you might recall on a coordinate plane, this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. So what do you think a y-intercept is? It's where it crosses your y-axis. And it's just a number line. Positive numbers go up, the negative numbers go down. So let's look at this first little bit. It says, write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form given the following information. So number one, when you're given a slope of 3/4 and a y-intercept of -2, what would that look like in an equation? Well, it would be y equals, your slope goes in front of the x, so 3/4 times x, and then your y-intercept is just your b value, -2. Let's look at number two. If you have a slope of -2 and a y-intercept of 4, what would that look like in your equation in slope-intercept form? Well, if your slope is -2, -2x, your slope is the number in front of the x. Your y-intercept is that b value all by itself. And because it's not a -4, it's a +4. So I'm just going to write +4. That becomes +4. Let's look at our next one. Y equals, if I have a slope of -2/3, that goes in front of my x value. Y-intercept of 1 or +1. Let's look at number 4. If I have a slope of -12, -12x, a y-intercept of -1/2, -1/2. And now let's talk about